time for 3 stages of hell. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. The first stage is a submission match, which is how this started between the two of them. After Drew threw Sheamus out of the triangle, their first match together was a submission match. So this is a callback to that. In that match, Drew made Sheamus submit after a grueling match. Can Drew make Sheamus submit again to get the first stage victory? Right now, they're struggling to see who can get the upper hand. Sheamus overpowering Drew. Sheamus taking control of Drew. Going to the top rope with a big knee. Could be setting him up for a submission here. No, boot to the head. Working on the head area, possibly for the submission, the arm area. Working on whatever he can. Drew reversing. Drew getting pumped. Catches Sheamus coming in. Dropping Sheamus across the top rope. Could be a Claymore. This is, we've seen this before, that first submission match. Drew was able to hit 5 Claymores on Sheamus before he made him submit. So I don't think we're going to get a submission yet. We have at least 4 more Claymores before that's going to happen. Sheamus trying to come back on Drew. Setting him up. Punches to the face. Sheamus snapping that neck. Possibly setting up for a submission. Drew reversing. Now working on Sheamus' leg, possibly for a submission. Setting him up. Now to the second rope. Setting Sheamus up. Shoulder block from the second rope. Drew just overpowering Sheamus at this point, tossing him around, has the upper hand. Went for a Glasgow kiss, it looks like, but Sheamus blocked it. Sheamus now setting up for a submission. Drew powering out. We hadn't seen Sheamus use that submission in their last match. Maybe he's been practicing some new submission moves. That knee may have just knocked Drew out. Setting up for a cloverleaf. Drew gonna tap. There's 2 more falls to go in this match of stages. We still have a falls count anywhere match and a steel cage match. If we get to the steel cage match. Sheamus for the Celtic Cross. Sheamus with another cloverleaf. Another cloverleaf, but the rope break as Drew went for the rope. Trying to get him away from the rope. Drew's up. Another Claymore. There's two. Drew now going for a submission. Are we going to see Sheamus tap? Neither one of these men wants to tap, but at the same time, you don't want to take too much punishment when you still have possibly 2 more stages of the hell to go through. Brogue kick by Sheamus. Going for that cloverleaf again. Drew gonna tap. Sheamus just releases the hold. More punishment maybe, but Drew counters. Drew taking control of the match. Drew with a big elbow. Going for the submission. Seems to be Drew's favorite submission move. The move that he got Sheamus to submit to in the first match. Sheamus seemed to be going for another brogue kick, but Drew dodged it. Drew with a power bomb on Sheamus, setting him up on the top rope. What's Drew got in mind here? White noise from the top rope. That's Sheamus's move. Sheamus may be out. Boston Crab by Drew McIntyre. Is Sheamus going to tap out? Drew releasing the hold. Maybe he wants to hit another Claymore. Another Claymore, that's 3. Drew knows he's going to hit more than that. Last match it was 5. Trying for a submission again. Rope break. Possibly another submission attempt. Stomping. In the corner, possibly setting up for another Claymore. Oh, going to the top rope. Taunting Sheamus to get up. The bruising on Sheamus so far is just incredible. Sheamus setting up for another cloverleaf. They get Drew to tap. Drew's out. Back and forth between these two. Another Claymore, that's number 4. Setting up for a submission. Sheamus reversing out of it. Slingshot missing. Drew dodged out of the way. Future shock DDT. Dragging Sheamus to the middle of the ring. Gonna go for a submission here. Setting up for the submission hold. Sheamus gonna tap. Sheamus tapped out. Time for our second fall in the second stage of the 3 stages of hell match. Drew got Sheamus to submit in the first stage. This is now a fall counts anywhere match. Drew taking control of Sheamus, who already submitted in that first stage. Drew going to the top rope. Clothesline from the top rope. Sheamus may be out of it. He's already taken a lot of abuse in that first stage, to the point he submitted. Drew still in control. Trying to get another submission out of Sheamus. Sheamus reversing. Clothesline from Sheamus. Anything goes in this match. It's a matter of time before we're going to maybe see some weapons. Kathy Kelly up on the apron briefly. Sheamus setting Drew up. Swing spot, shoulder block. Missing that clothesline. Drew going for a quick pin. Not even a 2. Both of these guys are going to be exhausted already after that first stage submission match. They took so much abuse. Sheamus still taking punishment from Drew. Drew possibly setting up for a Claymore. And Sheamus, no. Sheamus cannot get out of the way. Is that going to be it? Sheamus kicks out. McIntyre still in control of the match. Kathy Kelly removing that buckle pad. Going to the outside. The kendo stick has been introduced. Sheamus overpowering Drew as we work up our way up the stage. This is false count anywhere. Not even a 2 count though. Sheamus taking it to Drew on the outside on the rampway. Taking it back towards the ring. Sheamus to the top rope. Big knee to the floor. Going for a pin. Not even a 2. Sheamus setting Drew up. Brogue, nope, that was a knee. I thought it was going to be the Brogue. Should be going for a pin. What is he waiting for? Drew is getting up. There's a Brogue. Is that going to do it? 2. Kick out. Another Brogue. That's 2 Brogue kicks in a row. After that knee, Sheamus has won the Falls Count Anywhere stage. Time for the 3rd stage of hell, the steel cage match. Drew won the first stage by making Sheamus submit. Sheamus pinned Drew on the outside after 2 massive Brogue kicks. Now we're at the 3rd stage. Who's going to be the victor in this steel cage match? These two have been destroying each other for a month or more now. Drew reversing Sheamus. Neck breaker. Drew overpowering Sheamus. These two have got to be exhausted after the 2 matches they've already been through. Drew setting Sheamus up. Sending him into the rope. Big elbow. Working on Sheamus's arm. Sheamus reversing with some punches. Setting Drew up. Rolling Thunder. Tossing Drew around. Looking to exit the cage. Seems Sheamus has had enough and wants to get out of this. Drew's down in the corner. He's up. Going for Sheamus. Sheamus is to the top of the cage. Sheamus trying to exit. Drew catches him. He's pulling him down from the top. Last thing Sheamus wants to do is be thrown from the top of the cage. Uh-oh. Looks like Drew was going to ram Sheamus' head into the cage, but Sheamus reversed it. We're back in the ring. Sheamus going for a pin. Not even a 2. Sheamus in control of Drew at the moment. A knee to the back and a power slam. Drew's sent into the rope. Big knee strike. That gonna be it? Not even a 2. After what these two have been through already, and that submission match and Falls Count Anywhere match, and they're still fighting like they're fresh as a daisy. Drew now trying to climb out. Sheamus is still down. Sheamus stirring, starting to make his way up. Can he stop Drew from exiting the cage? Gets to Drew. He's got to get him off the top of there. Working on Drew's leg, pulling him back in. Rams Drew into the cage. At that point, he should have tried to climb out. Sending Drew into the rope to get another giant clothesline. Going to the second rope. Missing the shoulder block as Drew sidesteps him. Drew now taking control. Possibly setting up for a Claymore. Nope. Future shock instead. Nope. Not even that. Sheamus reversed it. More back and forth between these two. They know each other so well. Claymore. That might be it. Going for a pin. 2. Kick out. Sheamus is still in this. Drew, frustrated. You gotta think he wants this match to be over with after what they've already been through. This is definitely 3 stages of hell. Sheamus is up. Drew's still in control. Sending him face first into the buckle. Going for a pin. 2. Drew McIntyre wins the 3 stages of hell.